In 1991, a band called the Wiggles was created. Eventually, in 1998, the Wiggles were made into puppets. And now, 24 years later, these puppets have joined forces with FNAF. Hello everyone, today we will be talking about a fairly new FNAF fan game, Phobia the Awakening, where they bring the Wiggles puppets into the FNAF universe. Phobia the Awakening was released over 30 days ago by IHS. According to the Game Jolt page, this is the first chapter of the game. This chapter contains 6 nights and some VHSs. To be completely honest, I have no idea how to get a VHS, I just managed to find one randomly. Okay, so let's start by talking about graphics and visuals. There isn't much to talk about. I mean, look at these guys. But we might as well go over a few things. So first I want to say, this game is made in Blender. That's right, this FNAF fan game was made in a 3D modeling software. I was also confused by it, but I think it's better to just not think too hard about it. But because it's made in Blender, you can make the game have a more 3D feel. Anyways, let's start with the main screen. It's kind of similar to the FNAF 2 screen, but instead of the animatronics glitching out, the puppets kind of fade into one another. Now when you press Nights, it takes you to a night selection screen, which I would really like if the game actually saved your game progress. Whatever. Now, let's take a look at the office. It has a very old rustic feeling, with the flickering fluorescent lights and drab gray walls with the pipes. To our left and right, there are doorways with long halls, and in front of us, we have an elf? I don't know, one of the animatronics or puppets is in an elf costume. And then on our desk, we have a little box with a lever that we will talk more about in gameplay mechanics. And then we have 2 light buttons on the left and right sides of our desk. And lastly, behind us we have the clock. I really like this office. Even though the graphics aren't joy of creation quality, I think they add a lot of character to the game. Now the camera locations are similar to the FNAF 1 style, but here are the images on screen right now if you want to take a look. Lastly, let's take a look at these puppets. We have 5, the 2 door ones, the 2 vent ones, and the Foxy of this game, Pirate Dude. Let's start with the door people. So this one has a purple shirt, black hair, and brown eyes. Next is this one that has a red shirt, and the only one with red hair and red eyes. Now for the venters. We have the one guy who looks like a psychopath, who has a dark blue shirt, cyan eyes, and black hair. And the one with the really long face has a yellow shirt, black hair, and green eyes. And lastly, we have the Pirate Dude. He has a pirate-style shirt with brown hair and brown eyes, and a pirate hat. Now, all these guys all have very similar body and head shapes. The head design kinda reminds me of the original FNAF cast that Henry Emily designed. Now let's head on to gameplay mechanics. Before we continue, I would like to say, if you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button. And only 3.8% of you are subscribed, so if you want more of these videos, please subscribe. Anyways, let's continue. Now for the gameplay mechanics. We are going to talk about cameras, etc., and then animatronics. Now for cameras, it's pretty simple. You just click the area you want to view and you're there. Now in retrospect, you really only have to look at 4 cameras, but it's pretty much the same in every FNAF game and FNAF fan game. Now the only other mechanic that we use is the shocker. That's really it just shocks. Now let's look at animatronics. The guys in purple and red shirts will slowly go through the cameras till they get into the halls. They will then move through 4 stages before entering your room. Once they are in your room, simply equip the mask that I completely forgot existed till now. And once you put it on, wait until they get into your room. Then they will play a little animation and the screen will go dark. After it fades back in, you can remove your mask. Now for blue and yellow shirt puppets, they will move slowly through the rooms until they reach the vents, cams 11, 12, and 13. They will go through a few stages before attacking. To stop them, double tap the corresponding vent camera and it will seal the vent. Now for one tip, these guys in blue move the quickest. Now the elf has 3 stages before killing you. As soon as it's in one of the stages, use the shocker and it will reset the elf. Lastly, we have the pirate. He will stay in his room for a while, as long as you watch him. Once he moves, you have about 10 seconds to find him on one of the cameras, and you watch him, and he'll just move back to his camera. Now let's move on to storyline. Phobia the Awakening, you play as Mark, a brand new security guard working for a warehouse that contains the old animatronics from an old pizzeria called Wiggles Pizza. Little do the company know, the animatronics are moving at night in ways they shouldn't. On the first night, everything seems fine. But on the second night, the pirate is now moving. The company doesn't know what's going on, but they are trying to figure it out. On the third night, the animatronics are now crawling through the vents. So they decide to just bring the original creator of the puppet-style animatronic to see what the issue is.
So, Mark, there's been some reports of animatronics crawling into the vents. They were found sticking out of them a while after your shift had ended when everyone was going to work. We have no idea why these things are acting this way. And I overheard someone saying that crawling was never a thing they could do before. Something isn't right, Mark. Even the company's head people don't know what's wrong. There's 3 vents that all connect and lead directly into your office. These vents can all be sealed shut, but the main issue is that only one can be shut at a time. If something happens to crawl inside one, remember to keep it shut. And if 2 happen to get inside, you should see which one is closest first. I wouldn't even dare to wait for them to enter the office through the vents and put the mask on. Honestly, I don't even think that would work. Everyone's trying their best to get this sorted out. We're looking deeper and deeper every day, and we think we may have found something. Someone said that they're going to have one of the original mechanics who designed the animatronics look into it tomorrow. We're hoping we can get this madness finished. You're doing pretty good so far, and I advise you to keep it up. We're all very stressed out right now, and I wish you the best of luck. Good night.
But on night 4, everything goes south.
Hey, so, I just wanted to warn you not to go near any of the other animatronics right now. Something happened today. I think the company is talking with another who made some place similar for help to reopen, but I think these animatronics are going to be scrapped at the end of the week. Apparently the company wanted to retrofit them with newer technology and upgraded designs, but it's not going to happen now. I'm assuming they're just going to start fresh since they're in contact with this other company. They made some kind of tiny amusement park place or something. I forget the name of it. Anyway, just don't make much eye contact with the animatronics. I know that sounds weird, but please trust me on this and try to finish your shift. We'd like to help you out with finding a new job with us after this. I can assure you that it won't be anything like this at all, and it will get better once we scrap these things. Be careful, Mark, and good luck.
The animatronics are being more active and aggressive. He tells us they will be scrapping the animatronics and we don't have to come to our next shift. But we continue and head to night 5.
What the heck, Mark? We told you not to go there tonight, and we've been informed by someone that you did? There's no way we are going to go in there to get you out. Do you even understand how dangerous it is in there? What is wrong with you? Look, just get your shift done and get the hell out of there. We're going to have those things demolished in the morning, and the same goes for anything that moves in that building. I don't know why you returned, but please stay safe and do not get yourself killed. I am not joking when I say those things are out for blood, Mark. Good luck in there.
The animatronics are now bloodthirsty, willing to do anything to get out of being scrapped. But you succeed. Against all odds, you actually win. But wait, this isn't it. Why am I in this room? What is that? Yup, that's right. At the end of the game, we become one of them. In Night 6, we actually play as another character and fight against Mark, the previous Night Guard. Now for music, I think this game does a pretty decent job, but the sound effects. I would have to say, #1 best sound effects I've ever played with in a FNAF Fan Game, because of how they make your hand shake as you play through the night, and not only that, but when you're close to beating it. Anyways, in conclusion, this game's animation is really smooth. The models may be a bit on the low quality side, but the gameplay loop, sound effects, etc. really make up for it. And even then, I think the models work really well with the game environment. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you made it all the way here, you might consider joining my Discord server, link in the description. But for this game, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10, and I will be changing Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese's Rebooted to an 8 out of 10, which means this game is the best FNAF fan game we have reviewed so far. But anyways, have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.